paying attention, right? Same thing, just calm. Same thing here. So I could be, you know, watching traffic, but peripherally, right? She's still in my gaze. I still sense, you know, her movement somewhat. So, because that's important. So, same thing. So I need to tap a little bit. Need to nudge. Again, the remote collar is available, so I can vibrate a little bit if I need to. She's doing great. So, but again, I'm not praising, and that's the other thing. People want to, you know, they see a moment, right? And this is one of the big things in, you know, when it comes to a process or about training. You see a moment, it's like, oh, I want to, it's fantastic. I want a reward for that. Don't fall into that trap, because what that does, based on the current state of relationship, you're not there yet. The dog is still engaged in a level of, you know, stinking thinking, right? So calmness isn't good to reward calmness when you're already in the middle of a relationship problem. Okay, what that translates into, doesn't get excitable or you control back, and it's the wrong message. You have to maintain a constant in terms of leadership, because to assume otherwise is to assume wrongly. Okay, just like think about the parent example. If you're like 5 minutes into a selfish child scenario and you're high-fiving because, you know, the child's making their bed based on giving them something, and this is the big thing in the dog training world, using a motivator, such as, say, I use the example of an Xbox game, and you're like thinking, oh, that's fantastic. Well, the question is, well, is it really fantastic? You're just focused on responses. You have to connect some dots here, because then when it doesn't line up right at the end of the process, you're like, well, I think it's still got a problem here. There's, you know, yeah, I get good responses going on, but it doesn't seem like changes really happen. Well, because it hasn't happened. Okay, you know, got led to believe certain things based on appearances, and you get caught up in that trap. It's depth of relationship. Understand, dogs are amazing animals, social animals, depth of relationship. So you have to, you know, influence has to be active. That's one of the big confusing things about dog training, is that just about every trainer out there, and not to be negative, but because I'm moving away from all, you know, talking, going through all that, because it makes, you know, it's no sense even talking about it, because what's the point? You know, I put out the information, it's you know, it's specific. But so many trainers out there, what they're doing is, yeah, they're jumping in all the same way. They're jumping in using treats, using motivator, not even thinking why that would be a problem, right? Because they're just focused on appearances and focused on responses a certain way. Don't do that, right? And then you have to ask questions beyond that. Okay, well, if you're not doing that, what, you know, what's the way to go? Well, check out, that's just like these videos I'm putting out. Check out all the information I put out. So whether you're a balanced trainer or force-free trainer, if you want help, I'm going to help you. I mean, that's the bottom line. So moving forward, I'm not getting into all these debates with people and stuff. Understand, I'm not responding to social media foolishness. I'm just going to put out the video content, the information, and help people in a positive way. But again, I still am going to talk about it, because, you know, you have to talk about it, right? But it's not about, you know, point my finger towards certain people or anything like that. I'm not going to do that, because, you know, it's about the information, and it's about trying to lead people towards the right path. So, you know, showing some grace there. I struggle with that for sure, but I'm going to do my best here for sure. But all to say, though, Baily is an example, okay, of what I'm talking about. And so we're pulling into the car wash here. So same thing, if you make a turn, you anticipate that, you know, she could slide a little bit. Just see that, just tap my finger a little bit, just help to, you know, calm her down. Now, once the car wash starts to happen, this is where I'm going to have to be a little bit more active, you know. And again, it's going to be a lot of activity, and, you know, brushes going. And I'm going to take a hold of the leash, because I'm going to be able to nudge here a little bit. unlimited car washes, so we're good to go. Hi.
Oh, you're all set?
Great, thank you. You too, thanks. Alrighty. Same thing, see a tap. So she's, you know, she's got her head up here, see who's that. So same thing, it's like always about control. Doesn't matter what this is, never, and that's one of the secrets too, is don't be focusing on what she's looking at, okay? I mean, that'll cause things to unravel. I don't care what she's looking at, right? Because she's gonna look the wrong way anyway right now, because it's about control and relationship. I need to focus on what I need to do to intercept her state of mind. Okay, that's all that matters. So, pulling up. Let the show begin. Same thing here. So she can hear already noise, stuff moving. So this is a big, you know, this is a big moment here, because this really ups the ante here. The same thing here. So you're looking around, you're looking at the soap, and the same thing. I'll let her look a little bit. I'm going to nudge at the same time, just to, you know, layer this up, right? Saying, hey, yeah, there's stuff going on, but I own it. Okay, it's like it's a normal thing happening right now, right? That brush is hitting. See that same thing, right? Just tap a little bit. See, same picture. Loud noises, thunderstorms, loud sounds with your dog. See what I'm doing here? It's all reverse. People want to say, oh, what's wrong, and poor dog. Don't do that. All right, this is them tapping a little bit. Now this spray thing, this is really gonna affect it. That happens, right? What? Hey, down. Down. A really good example. There's a big moment there, right? Tap. See it tapping? So I'm totally focused on, I know the stuff is very distracting for her, right? But I'm nudging, tapping. Now these things are gonna go pushing over here. Look at you think about, you know, movement, right? So tapping. Now we got the wind gonna happen here, right? We got the air dryer gonna hit here in a moment. Don't worry. Just some Florida weather. Same thing here, right? Tapping. Now that wind, right? It's just like the air dryer's blowing. That's like a Disney World ride. Yeah, tapping. And we're almost through. There we go. Fantastic. And I keep tapping.